Good afternoon, Susan. This is Deepthi from Curious Times. We want to welcome you to this special edition, the Ed Leaders for the Teachers' Day this year. And I want to extend a big thank you to you for accepting the invite and to be a part of this Ed Leaders magazine this year.
Thank you very much, Deepthi. It's such a pleasure seeing you. So I'm all yours.
So Susan, it will be great, let's start this with understanding how did teaching happen to you, or how did you, say that this is what I want to be, and then how, and a little bit about your school and, where you are right now.
All right, yeah. If you ask me to go back to my educational journey, of course, it's been wonderful, and definitely as a university going girl long back, getting into the field of education was not in my dreams at all. But when I started with my master's program, slowly I understood that I have this capacity to gain new things, and I was inquisitive about sharing it with others. Basically, focus on enriching others' learning experiences. But even then, I was not 100% sure about it because there were many other areas I was equally interested. At a later part, when I completed my teacher qualification degree also, I was not 100% sure whether I would enter into the school education. Having said that, I started my career as a university chemistry lecturer in Mumbai. Due to certain unforeseen circumstances in my personal life, I departure from my university tutoring. Connecting with the young minds and looking at the inquisitiveness in their eyes and envisioning the fact that they're going to lead the better world, I never thought of stepping back, and I'm very sure that it is in fact the best profession I have chosen. And that motivated me a lot. One of the other things that motivated me over these years as an educator is connecting with children of different generations. Getting to know the different cultural diversity, particularly in Dubai as an educator, a place which is very warm and welcoming to all. So this cultural diversity, and at the same time, we have reached a stage where we taught children on a common global platform and how to solve the common problems, finding solutions by themselves. So it's amazing to see them growing emotionally, socially, intellectually. Currently, I am the principal of the Indian Academy, Dubai. It is a CBSE curriculum school, like anyone says, but personally, I'm not an educator who believes in any particular curriculum. I want to say that whether it is any curriculum, Indian or British or American or whatever, we teach children addition, multiplication. We teach children how to learn and write. It's always reading, writing, and arithmetic. E is always MC square. A is equal to MC square, and no one can change it. So it's basically the purpose of education is to prepare children for a better life. And we are an inclusive school, and our mission and vision promotes a lot of independent learning, research, and inquiry-based approach. And innovation is the key. And collaboration is the key to success, according to us. That is
right. So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So we lost you for a quick second or something. So that's why I was wondering. So yeah, so tell us a little bit about your school also. In the Indian Academy, what's the school about? Students,
Yeah.
how it is run.
Yeah, Indian Academy is a co-educational school located in Dubai, and we offer education from pre-KG to grade 12. Pre-KG through grade 12, and this is our first class of year 12, grade 12. So it's indeed, we got, accreditation for, from CBSE for higher secondary in this pandemic. So this is a pandemic class, and we take a pride to say that. And definitely are from pre-KG to year to a grade skill-based learning. We ensure that our children are prepared to face the big world. They're ready to tackle any challenges. We don't believe in any particular curriculum. So, we have a blended approach towards learning, where kids can unlearn and relearn the best learning strategy ideal to them. And we design a curriculum where, by identifying stakeholders, of course, and then we are always work in progress. So we are ready to learn, unlearn, relearn, construct, and reconstruct. So that way, we believe we can give the best to our children. Right. And being an inclusive school, we believe that every child is very special, and giving a personalized attention, any child can excel.
Right.
Ultimate aim is, to ensure that every child is becoming a better version of himself or herself.
Right. So, now that, we sort of, things are changing in terms of a lot of, technology is playing a big role in the whole teaching process, and not just process, it's also facilitating the teachers to a large extent with a lot of information and content available, engagement of this of children, videos and all the content that and the tools that are available. And now obviously in the pandemic we've seen the last mile delivery also, the whole format getting changed. In as you've seen for the over the years, from where, let's say, you would have started to now, this a big change that has happened in terms of the whole process. Now, what do you think, it could be the role of the teachers as we move along? Maybe last 4 years or so, the technology has taken a big jump, and they observing that their role is going to a change anyways, right? So somebody who's to make themselves, either they have to join teaching as a profession, or they have to make themselves successful as a career, teaching as a career choice. What is that, the new role of teachers that you kind of foresee now?
Yeah, it is everyone's view, Deepti, if you ask me. And yes, pandemic has definitely taken technology to another level. But in our school, personally, if I consider, we always believed a lot in self-paced learning through students' use of learning technology. That was kind of ingrained in our learning culture. But even then, we reached a stage where none of us expected across the world, that we would never move on to complete distance learning. We have done it, and we have done it, I think we've been extremely successful. The teachers, they were very dedicated, they were motivated, and we understood that the teachers, they were really true heroes. Yeah. And coming back to your question about use of technology, yes, with artificial intelligence, the augmented reality, immersed reality, virtual realities, whatever, which is taking over, and it has taken over in many areas, it makes the learning easier. And also we can personalize learning. Certain children whom we had difficulty to kind of, control in the classroom environment, or the regular classroom environment. The integration of technology, it has proved that they can take learning to another level by doing independent research and by finding solution to themselves, and that makes the learning better. So that is one of the biggest advantage of technology. At the same time, when things are, there was a dangerous explosion of knowledge. So children need to learn what they are supposed to learn and what they're not supposed to learn. So I believe as schools, we need to have efficient policies. Teachers play a major role in educating what to be done, what not to be done, how to use this and how not to use it.
Right.
Though technology has taken over, I strongly believe the role of teacher will still remain the same, because teacher and children, all of us are learners in this game. In the current education system, we all are learners, and teacher as a facilitator is always required.
Right.
And history always proved that the teacher-student combination is the best. They can invent new things, they can work together and arrive at the best conclusions. The role of teacher will always remain to guide the children. They need that.
Right.
So teaching is, they are counselors now, and by default, we are reaching home to deliver the lessons. So I believe this hybrid model will continue because it provides a lot of flexibility.
Right.
Issues, and sometimes, if we have to deliver the lesson, across, if the child is stuck somewhere or due to other reasons, various other factors, this hybrid learning is of helpful. But definitely, we are eager this time when we open to see the real learning, on-campus learning, when children are coming and they need to feel, they need to touch. Performing practicals is not just micromanaging everything through, a virtual platform. It is feeling it, observing it. So this is equally important. So teachers always played and will remain as a major role.
Right. So, NEP 2020 is around, and I'm sure because you are a CBSE school, you will be also sort of following it, right?
Yes.
So while that implementation happens, and what do you see, like the changes that the school like yours will be bringing around to accommodate it, or you already have so much in place that so it does not change too much for you?
Yeah, that is a beautiful. Opportunities are hidden there. So we consider this as, new opportunities where new learning is actually evolving. And yes, NEP also kind of came this time. And what we did was that we didn't wait for anything to happen, but we wanted to, we are a team of people. We would like to experiment always. When you experiment, what will happen? Either we'll be successful or we will make mistakes and we'll become wiser from that. So what we have done is, there was a time when we had gone for complete distance learning. We couldn't run or otherwise robotics lab or other face-to-face kind of.
Right.
The NEP, which was expected to try in 2023, we already tried and tested, and it was successful. One of the strategies we implemented with our senior school, particularly years grade 6 to 12, was we integrated in our curriculum a skill acquisition period where it was a part of NEP. So we chose a particular set of particular set of skills and allowed children to take it further, and we integrated it. We gave them, every Thursday, one period, we gave them a feel of it, and we tested also, which was huge successful. It included programs like Solanaceous crop cultivators, tourist guide, master trainee chef. So they got opportunity to interact with these kind of, the skill-based programs with the real life people. They interacted with the chefs from good hotel industry, from the hospitality sector. They interacted with, the tourism sector people. So I believe NEP is it's a blessing, and it gives a lot of good key takeaways, and it gives awareness to the education community that kids should not only be prepared for any vocational skills, but also, not only prepared for the academic skills, but also for vocational skills.
Right.
Clear awareness amongst children. So one could be a physicist in future, daytime, they can be a musician in the evening. That could be the attitude we have to create. So that is wonderful. Yeah.
And you have, sort of navigated your way from India to the Middle East, right? And you've seen the how education happens in India, the whole, even there are changes, but there could be like, differences in how it is being done in the Middle East. And what are the quick things you think that, oh, these are very easy to implement and we should like sort of, just quickly move to them in India, and it's not very hard to, and those best practices, uh, just share a few things around that.
Yeah. Being in Dubai, as you said, those time I shifted to Dubai almost 18 years back. Of course, there was a huge transformation in the education system, and definitely interacting with a wider community and cultural diversity. And at the same time, we operate on a common platform, all work together towards a common goal. So one of the things, Deepthi, is that Dubai, being a developing country, always set very high standards. So, as educators, we never realized how we passed, this 10 years, 15 years, because going through rigorous, the school inspection. The government itself has got an inspection framework, and that focused a lot on improving the school's standards as well as improving every child's attainment and progress. So we are kind of accustomed to prepare children not for a particular curriculum, but for all the benchmark assessments which is expected for the child to compete globally. So with this reformation of transformations, it is kind of we are well versed to take quick actions. I must say, educators in Dubai, because we have, that is how to face the what do you call, the uncertainty.
Right.
Everything is child centric. So it is like, the constructing the theory, constructing from, everything from the scratch, we are kind of used to. So my key message to India also is that, yes, um, you know, British system of education and Indian system of education. So I just want to say that the skill-based learning was not much promoted in India. Rather, we focused a lot on 95, 98, and 99. So that skill-based promotion equally check whether the child is doing everything as per his choice or as per others' choice. Sometimes there is a force from the Indian families that my son has to be an engineer, then he can be a musician. It is like you are having a branded bag with you before you step into anything. You need to move away from that. Rather, we kind of, close those gaps. So the children, with the skill acquisition is important. At the same time, more of testing the application level. Now that we can see CBSE is moving on to, for the first time, 2 board examinations are there. 50% will be tested in November and the rest in March. So we are happy that, the children are tested on not just a knowledge for an A star, but also to see more on skills and not just on an inflated academic record. It is not just qualification, how you apply these qualifications.
Right. So without taking too much of your time, thank you so much. I want to now I want a quick message for that lots and lots of students who are already started showing their love for teachers on the Teachers' Day. Curious Times is getting more and more colorful with their cards and poems, etc. Now, from your end, what's the message for the children, both of your school as well as on Curious Times?
we have to say that, children are always, we say, born with wings. So we take pride as educators to help them or to facilitate so that they can fly anywhere. There is no limit to anything. They have to explore the unexplored. And I just want children to be brand and they have to play a major role to solve the problems, particularly the challenges we face in social, economic, and environmental areas. For example, they have to be brand ambassadors to, to establish peace and not war.
Right.
And they have to see that, they take environmental action, like, afforestation.
Right.
Narrowing the gaps in terms of inequality, injustice, and everyone are equal. They have to focus on not division, but sustainability and sustainability and collaboration, not
Right.
division. We all are the same. Yeah.
Right. So thank you so much for your valuable words for the students. And now, my closing sort of greetings to all your faculty, to you. A very, very happy Teachers' Day to all of you. We wish you a lot of success and we wish you good health. And we hope to continue to stay in touch with you. A very happy Teachers' Day to you.
Thank you very much, Deepthi. And we convey the same to the people around there and to all the schools in and around in India. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Have a
much.
nice day.
Thank you.